Okay.
Okay.
So just start off by telling us your name and what you do in the band.
I'm Derek, and I play the drums.
Pat, I play guitar.
And tell us something interesting about yourself.
Look at my jacket.
That's interesting enough.
Pat's got a mustache for the first time ever.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, this is very nice. Very nice. So, how have you enjoyed this tour so far?
It's been cool, you know. It's been diverse because bands have been jumping off and jumping back on, and other bands have been jumping on and jumping off. So it keeps it interesting, you know. There's never really the same people around, which is nice sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much tour. It's just like any other tour, really. So it's always fun. Good to play in front of our fans, you know.
Yeah.
Since we're not like trying to make new fans on this tour, obviously, because we're the last band, you know. So, but I guess you could technically still make new fans. So.
Yeah. Yeah, because some people might like only be here for a different band,
Yeah,
and
totally.
they're like, oh, these guys are.
Yeah. Who the fuck are these
Yeah, who are
guys?
these guys? Who came up with like the lineup, because it seems really different, like two extremes.
Well, with tours, what happens is, I guess, they really just pitch a bunch of ideas out there, and people put in requests for the tour, you know, like, oh, we'd really like to do that tour with this band. For instance, this tour started off with, like, us, like, we're having a tour, you know, and then bands submit that they want to be on the tour, and it's a lot of manager booking agent stuff. Obviously, what counts is numbers, who's going to draw fans, like, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, just kind of how it happens, really. The band, I mean, we can choose certain bands that we want to tour with. Like, we really want to tour with MXPX, so we chose them, you know what I mean? We're like, we'd really like to tour with you if you're cool with that, so. And then there's bands that just, like, get on the tour that you don't necessarily choose, but you're okay with, you know, so. Good question.
Have you had any stops so far that stand out to you?
Like, crowd-wise?
What was the question?
Any stops on the tour that stand out to you?
Definitely Milwaukee, because we never hit up that much, and that was a crazy show. Because a lot of this tour has been in smaller cities, which would be considered secondary markets in the business aspect of it, which is a city big enough, the kids will come out, but it's not, for instance, Boston or, you know, like LA for California or something like that, which are considered major markets. So secondary markets are always cool. It's always interesting. Crowds always pretty diverse, really, so.
How's it feel from going from the Roxy on your last tour to come into the Palladium? Like those fun?
Honestly, we've been doing so many shows, the rooms where you think they're big, it's getting to the point where you're like, this room's small. Like the stage-wise, you know what I mean? Because for instance, we've done like arena tours with huge stages and stuff like that. But it's always a cool feeling, you know? But you just realize, especially playing places when you were younger and you would go see shows there, and you thought it was so big, then you get on stage and see it from the other angle, it's totally different, you know? So. We always just like to have fun. We don't really care where we play, probably. I mean, we kind of just show up, so.
Where they tell you to go?
Yeah, it's just a building nonetheless to me, so. It's cold in this building, though.
If you could put together a dream tour, like you said you picked MXPX, like what are some other bands that you've yet to tour
For
with?
business-wise or personal liking?
Personally.
Personal liking?
They can be like dead, too. I mean, something just like that would be amazing to you, like to have.
Yeah, Nirvana would be actually really cool. Led Zeppelin would be awesome because they're just so monumental, really. The Beatles, I could have fun and sing along and get drunk while they play. That'd be awesome.
You have crazy fans at that show.
I don't know. I think touring with like Minus the Bear or Dredge would be really cool too. I really like both those bands a lot, and they're great musicians and bands in general. So their bands, Minus the Bear, or like, I don't know what I just said after that. Dredge, yeah. And then there's this band, Band of Horses, that would be cool too. I mean, it's all like different, more chill, ambient music, but that would be fun, I think. What's up?
How was it opening for Coheed and Cambria and Linkin Park?
It was a really cool tour. It was actually really weird because it was one of the fastest tours that I personally ever done, but you didn't see anyone ever. Like, we would see our band and crew and that's it, you know? I meof we would see Coheed here and there because we'd be in the next dressing room or whatever, but you're just in such a big circle arena place that you kind of just stay to yourself, which isn't a bad thing sometimes. I mean, tours go by really fast that way.
What's the last CD you bought?
The last CD I bought? The last CD I just bought was actually City in Color.
Oh,
yeah, Dallas Green.
So
yeah.
good.
And then I bought the new Racketeer CD. I haven't given it enough a listen. We listened to a little bit, but it's either something that's going to grow on me or I'm just going to not like for a while. I mean, there's a couple songs here and there that's good on it, but I thought it'd be way cooler when I had the preview listen. I was like, this rocks.
This is obviously your theme song. You guys should come out to this.
We should. Pop, lock, and drop it. Well, we get pumped every time we hear it because it's on the playlist and it usually plays right before we play. So.
Like, yeah.
Well, it's just funny because you'll hear all the kids singing it too. Yeah, they're like, pop, lock, and drop it. And their high 13-year-old voices.
That's right. What's the last concert you went to that you actually weren't playing?
Yeah. I think Bob Dylan and the Foo Fighters.
When was that?
Foo Fighters opened up for Bob Dylan acoustically. It was in Detroit. I went with Craig probably, gosh, over a year ago. Yeah. I mean, we tour so much, we don't really get to go to shows, and then if there is a good show, usually we miss it by like a day or two because we're on tour. And then usually when I get home, I don't even leave anyways. I just stay home.
Yeah, because you're like never there.
Yeah, never there. Exactly.
I don't even know the last guy.
Nirvana.
Yeah. If you could change anything about the music business, what would you change?
Probably the price of records, because that's pretty much, personally, the main reason to me the decline in sales. Because I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't have 20 bucks to go buy a brand new CD, you know, and like I just bought that Racketeer CD. It cost me $20 something cents, 35 cents. Yeah, it's just I could have bought that when I was a kid for $10, you know, and it's just because I love having the physical CD and the artwork, booklet, you know, and supporting the band and stuff. And I mean, there's bands that might be on like a label that we're on or have connections, affiliations with us, and I can get their CDs for free, but I'll still go out and buy it. Like I'll get previews sometimes and then I'll go buy it. Like, so, but yeah, just probably that. Mostly because digital music's taking over, the iPod is taking over, you know, so. We actually had this huge conversation about that the other day, I think.
I wrote a paper.
Really? Yeah. I mean, if it was possible to decrease CD sales, which for some reason it's not, for whatever reason, but I think it would help out a lot. But I mean, then also the whole thing that Radiohead just did with their fans being able to buy the CD online and stuff. It's kind of hard to set your own price because obviously it costs a certain amount to print the CD and all that stuff and
like
paying people back. So yeah, it's crazy though. It's just, I'll be sad when the day comes when you just go to Best Buy and plug in your iPod and just choose your CD off the screen. That'll be pretty depressing for me because I'm a big vinyl collector, so I like actually having all that. And it's meaningful to me. So. Seeing the artwork, it's a piece of art, you know. Music isn't just music, it's art, so it coincides together.
I agree. So you guys were just on the cover of AP.
Yes.
And you had that wonderful photo shoot. That was incredible. How did that go? You guys enjoy that?
I don't remember.
Actually, it was a really long day. We shot for 12 hours, and I was sick. I had food poisoning the whole day, so I was just throwing up. Everyone else was just having a good time partying while I sweated to death and vomited on myself all day.
We watched that the other day, and I was like, "Oh dear God."
Yeah, it was a really long day, and I mean, Tim Harmon's a great photographer, but he takes forever.
I liked how you guys all had like music, and you were like,
yeah, it gets pretty awkward. I mean, you got a dude shooting you, and I don't personally like pictures anyways. It kind of weirds me out and stuff. So, but yeah, it was an interesting day.
Do you wish the fruit cover made it instead of like just your faces on the subscriber one?
Well, I mean, I don't personally care either way, but that's what we thought it was supposed to be, so I think it was just a little too risque.
Yeah.
And I mean, we kind of have like flashback from it, because if you think about it, I mean, like obviously males, like with nowadays people being so homophobic and whatever, it's not open to other things, just like, they can't really bring it to school because, I mean, some guys can be like, what are you, gay? You got a magazine with 6 like half-naked guys on there.
And that guy's doing after this tour?
After this tour? Well, we're taking most of the summer off, just kind of playing radio shows, which are considered fly-out shows because you'll just fly from home and then come right back. And we're pretty much just doing that. And I mean, other than that, we have some plans for like a fall like tour and stuff, but nothing's set in stone that we can confirm or anything.
Well, that's nice.
But it'll be a big tour and it'll be an awesome tour.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be huge.